Well, once again, Gift of the Givers has offered assistance to some of the families that are housed, or rather the older people, pensioners who are housed here at the Thembaletu old age home. We do understand that they have, offered to give them mattresses and some beds, in fact, blankets, and they're saying that, some other supermarkets are expected to come here and give soup and, warm soup and bread to these old people that are housed in this house. But now to speak to us further about this, we're joined by Corinne, who's from Gift of the Givers. So thank you very much for your time. Really, it's quite a sad situation, and fortunately for these people, they have your assistance. How did you get to find out about this?
Since early this morning, the calls have started coming through to our teams to say that there's a distressing situation. The old people are in need of urgent assistance. As you could see, if you browsed and walked through the structure here, it's not in good standing. The roof is about to collapse, and even the bathroom, and it was very distressing for these elderly during the night as the heavy downpours were affecting them. The water came through the ceiling, down the walls. All their bedding got wet, all their beds, and the floors were slippery. The bathroom were underwater. One disabled gentleman said it was very difficult. He wanted to use the bathroom to go to the toilet at night, and he couldn't, and he feared as he saw that the ceiling at the roof was coming loose. This current old age home has been victims of flooding. Quite often, whenever there's heavy rains, they are always affected. In the last few years, Gift of the Givers are working with Thembaletu Old Age Home, and sadly, they are not funded at the current moment. They solely depend on the social grants of these elderly. After the food purchases are done, whatever change is left, they have to use to try and do maintenance, which is really not a lot.
Yeah. And in terms of your assistance, what have you offered to these people, and to what amount maybe would you have spent offering here at Thembaletu?
Gift of the Givers have brought 40 blankets. There's 40 elderly living here. We've bought some mattresses and just a few mops to try and clean up, and we've got a donor pulling up who is ShopRite. They are coming in with soup and bread and some nappies, because in the process with the flooding, some of their nappies also got wet, and that's an essential item at the moment. So they're bringing bulk nappies, some hygiene items for the elderly as well.
Yeah. And in terms of the damage in the Eastern Cape, we do understand that the rains have not only hit East London but the broader Eastern Cape. How much have you heard? How many areas have you heard to have gotten heavy rains in the Eastern Cape?
Gift of the Givers have been busy for the last 3 weeks. We are busy in Amatole, assisting about over 50 victims that have been evacuated there and placed in temporal shelters. We're also busy in Komani and Jokabi, and we've just received reports from Buffalo City Municipality that King Williamstown and other parts of East London has also been affected, where even mud structures have fallen down and evacuations are currently taking place.
All right, thank you very much for your time. That is Corinne, who is speaking for Gift of the Givers, saying there that, even though they are offering this assistance here at Thembaletu Old Age Home, but they are worried that, because of the quality of the structure, there is a high possibility that there's going to be more damage experienced here, and that there is a need rather for a permanent solution to the condition of the structure here, and that they are, looking out across the Eastern Cape for any possible need for assistance insofar as the damages due to the heavy rains that have hit the Eastern Cape are concerned.